Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 4. Yes, day number 4, week 8, spring 2024 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's class. Today is Thursday, so let's head up properly. Thursday. Today is Thursday, the 29th of February. This is the last day of February. Thursday, the 29th of February, 2024. Our subject is, of course, mathematics. So we're going to be looking at, the topic is speed, distance, and time triangle. So let's begin with some examples, because yesterday we did extensively, we looked at the speed, distance, time triangle, and we're gonna look at it again. But this time, yesterday we dealt with, finding the average.
Can you hear me?
I get you now.
Oh.
We look at finding the average speed using that formula. We look at also finding the the distance using that formula. So today we're going to be looking at how we find time using that formula. So let me first put the formula on the board first, and then we can discuss it, and then we can get into our examples. So the formula we had on the board yesterday was
Nancy, you better leave your put one on this table for it to drop.
So all right, so this is the triangle. Anyone remember this triangle?
Yeah, so you might. Yes, sir.
Good. So based on this triangle, what is the formula for speed, average speed? What do we say? The formula for average speed is going to be what? I'm talking to everyone else.
Distance over time.
Distance over time.
Distance over time. Distance over time. Very good. That's the formula for average speed. Now the formula for the distance is what?
Speed multiplied by time.
Yeah, speed multiplied by time. Okay, so formula for average speed is distance over time. The formula for the distance is speed multiplied by time. Now what's the formula for time?
Distance over
Time
speed.
equals
Time equals what?
distance over speed.
Very good, equals the distance over speed. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. I'm going to give you 2 examples, and then we can do several great exercises off that, and then we can move off that particular idea. So examples. So number 1. Jason walks from the mall to, let's say, from the mall at Marathon to, let's say you walk from the mall at Marathon to Sir Linden International Airport. Now, if you're walking from the mall to the airport, how long do you think it's going to take you? Okay. How long
50.
50 minutes? Whoa,
Very, very long.
very long.
Oh, 3 hours.
About 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
About 3 hours, right? Okay. So he travels from the mall. It's what is the formula for? Oh, I forgot to put it. I mean, there's put the formula for time. I didn't put it on the screen, just so we can keep that in mind. Time is going to be equal to the distance traveled divided by what? The speed, all right? So all right. Okay, so he walks from Salinas International Airport. Wait, he walks from the Mall to Salinas Airport with an average speed of 3 miles per hour. The distance traveled is 18, let's say 12 miles. Determine the time he took to get or to arrive at the airport. This is another easy one. So remember, if you look carefully, right, it says that he travels from the mall at Marathon all the way to the airport. If average speed, what was his average speed during that journey? What was his average speed?
3 miles. 3 miles per hour.
3 miles per hour. So every hour he traveled 3 miles. What's the distance? How long? Not how long, but what's the distance traveled from those two destinations?
12 miles.
12
12
miles.
miles.
Good. So if we were trying to figure out, well, they asked us to figure out the time. If you're trying to figure out that, what we have to do in order to figure out the time taken? We have to do what? What do we have to do?
Distance divided by speed.
Yeah, distance divided by speed. So we have the distance and put this here. So let's put this formula. Let me put this over here. And I should make this much better. Okay, so distance over speed. I'm gonna put this in red. What's the distance traveled?
12 miles.
12 miles.
12 miles, good. So it's going to be, distance is going to be 12 miles. And what is the speed that he was on when he was getting to that destination?
3 miles per hour.
3 miles.
3 miles per hour. Remember, units is very important. So it's going to be 3 miles per hour. Okay, 3 miles per hour. Now, if we're trying to figure out the time taken, what do we have to do? Divide, right? And what is 12 divided by 3?
4.
12 divided by 3. That is 4. So what we have to do is we have to divide. So this is fraction bar. You have to divide. So 12. Where's Mark? Mark, are you there? 12 divided by 3 is going to be 4. So if you want to know how we got to 4, it's going to be through division. Okay. Mark, are you there? Where's Mark?
Yes, sir.
Mark, you're not sending me the notes. Why is that?
Uh, that was my bad.
What?
I did run out last night, so I couldn't send it.
No,
And
no,
when I
no,
came-
no, 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 no. That's a bunch of excuses. And as far as I'm concerned, it's a bunch of lies. What you need to do is you need to take a picture of your work and send it to me. That's what you need to do.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how long did it take? For what?
4 hours.
4 hours. Okay, and so very simple. All we have to do is we have to divide, right? So we have to take our distance travel and divide it by, you know, the average speed or the speed that he was on when he was on this journey. All right, that's how we're gonna get our answer. All right, makes sense. I mean, let me know if you'll understand how we got our answer.
Yeah, sir.
I do.
Okay, good,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
good. The rest of you who didn't respond, let me know if you understand how we got our answer.
Yes, sir.
I understand, sir. Yes, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Someone said no.
I did.
What's that? Hudon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in order to do this, we have to use the formula. The formula is distance over speed. Okay. Now, distance over speed. So what is the distance? The distance is what? They say the distance traveled is 12 miles. So we put 12 miles on top. And what is the speed that he was on? 3 miles per hour. And so we put that there. We divide 12 by 3, which gives us 4 hours. So the time he took was 4 hours. So very
Thank you.
important thing. Johnny, do you understand how we got this? As a Johnny.
Yes.
Okay, and Amaranik, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, explain it for me.
Jason walks from the mall at Marathon to Sir Lyndon's International Airport with an average speed of 3 miles per hour. The distance traveled is 12 miles. Determine the time he took to arrive at the airport. We're trying to find the time. So in order to find the time, you have to do distance divided by speed. The distance is 12 miles and the speed is 3 miles per hour. So 3 could go into 12 4 times, so it's 4 hours.
Very good. Thank you. And Juan, can you explain how we got 4 hours?
Did you got my name?
Yeah, oh my God.
We got the 4 hours. The question says Jason walks from the mall at Marathon to St. Lyndon's International Airport with an average speed of 3 miles per hour. The distance traveled is 12 miles. Determine the time he took to arrive at the airport. Look at the question, gives us the average speed of Jason walks is 3 miles per hour. So, and then the question also says the distance traveled is 12 miles.
Mhm.
So we're going to say 12 miles over 3 miles, which is 4 hours.
Very good. Let's do one more example. Thank you, Juan. So all we're doing is dividing the distance by the speed. Clement, do you understand how we got this? Where's Clement? Clement, are you there? So a taxi driver,
Yes, sir.
okay, travels, let's say carries his passengers from California to Indianapolis. The distance traveled was Can't read. The distance traveled, the distance he traveled, the distance he traveled was 120 miles. With an average speed of an 60 miles per hour. Determine his average speed. No, determine the time taken for this journey. So he carried his passengers from California to Indianapolis. The distance he traveled was, how long was the distance, right? From the two destinations, how long? I say, how long was the distance? Say, how far?
120
How
miles.
far was the distance? How far? Okay.
120 miles,
120 miles. What was his average speed?
60 miles per hour.
Yeah, 60 miles per hour. So how are we gonna figure out the time taken? What we have to do?
Distance divided by speed.
Distance divided by speed. So we have to first put our formula. So time equals to distance over speed. And then we said that the distance is let me space this on. Said that the distance is 120 miles. And we said that the average speed was what? Was it 60 miles per hour? And so,
Yes, sir.
the time taken is going to be 120 divided by 60. Ooh, you all know how to divide that?
I do.
I know those are big numbers. You all know how to divide. How many times does 60 go into 120?
Twice.
2 times, sir.
Twice.
2 times.
Twice, very good. There's different ways to do this, Let's do it different ways. What we could do, we could simplify, right? Like we cancel the zeros. So I think that's probably the best way to do it. So what we could do is we could cancel out the zeros and we'll be left with 12 over what?
6.
12 over 6. And then what is 12 over 6? 12 over 6 is just what?
2.
It's just 2. Yeah, so the answer is going to be 2 hours. Or you just could know that, 60 goes into 120 twice. So the distance traveled is 2 hours. So straightforward is 2 hours. All right, so let me show you what we did. What we did was we actually cancel out this 0 with that 0. And so when we cancel out this 0 with that 0, we are left with what? 12 over what? 12 over what?
6.
12 over 6.
12 over 6.
Good. And 12 over 6 is what?
2, sir.
2 hours.
2 hours.
Equals to 2.
Yeah. And so that's how we get that. Do you all understand that? I know we had the extra step of canceling. But do you all
Yes,
understand?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. Alasia, do you understand that, Alasia?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Brene, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Dimitri, you want me to explain it again?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, so the distance. Okay, so remember the first thing we do is we need the time. We need to figure out what is the time. So they tell us that the distance is how much? What's the distance?
120.
120. And what is the time? Sorry, what is the speed?
60.
60. So it's gonna be 120 divided by 60, but we could cancel. So this 0 cancel over that 0. And so we are left with what?
12 and 6.
12 and 6. Very good. What is 12 over 6? That's going to be what?
2.
2. Okay, so that's how we get 2 hours. That make sense?
Thank you.
No problem. All right. If you understand how to do it, please let me know. Again, if you understand how to do it, please let me know.
I do.
I do.
Yes.
That's
I
all.
understand.
That's good.
I understand.
That's good. Jalen, I'm talking to you as well, you know. Are you not a part of this class? My question is, do you understand?
Pardon?
Do you understand how we got the answer for number 2?
So,
Well, you need to respond when I talking to the class.
I was writing an example.
Okay, I don't think you understand English. I said you need to respond when I'm speaking to the class. How was I supposed to know if you understand it? Kyle, do you understand how we got the answer? Where's Kyle? Kyle, are you there? And Dante, do you understand? Where's Dante?
So,
Okay, good. Go ahead. Is Kamaya here? Kamaya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Good. Can you explain how we got the answer, please?
The times equals distance and speed. The
Mhm.
distance is 120 miles. The speed is 60 miles per hour.
Mhm.
You divide 120, 61. You divide 120 to 60. Then you get 2 hours.
Say it again. You divide what?
Divide 120
Mm-hmm.
to 60, you get 2 hours.
Yes. Yes. And Aliana, can you explain how we got the answer?
A taxi driver carried his passengers from California to Indianapolis. The distance he traveled was 120 miles with an average speed of 60 miles per hour. Determine the time taken for this journey. To find time, we have to do distance divided by speed, distance over speed.
Mm-hmm.
And the distance was 120 miles and the speed was 60 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
So we put 120 over 60. We cancel out the 2 zeros, one from 120 and one from 60, which leave us over with 12 over 6, and then we divide it. And 6 goes into 12 twice. So that means the time he took was 2 hours.
Very good. So basically all we did was use the formula. And the formula is distance over speed. So what you're gonna do is whatever the distance is, you're gonna divide it by the speed to get your answer. All right. And that's basically how we do it. All right. Do you all understand before we move on to the last, to the grade exercise?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. By the way, let me take a picture of this and put inside the chat for those persons who are still working. All right, great exercise. Number 1. You all see it inside the chat? Make sure that because I know last time it wasn't working.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so number one, a girl cycles from Nassau Glass. Is Nassau Glass still open? I don't know if that's still open.
What is Nassau Glass?
Nassau Glass is okay. That's so since that's not open, it's from Book World then. Nassau Glass is that place on top of the marquee screen. To Bank of the Bahamas. On Carmichael Road. The distance traveled is 124. Carmichael, sorry. The distance traveled is, let's say, 72 miles. No, let's say 24 miles. And her average speed was 6 miles per hour. Determine the time she took for this journey. Number two, a boat sails from Long Island to Grand Bahama. Covers distance of 144 miles. The average speed, the boat's average speed was 12 miles. Miles per hour. No, I don't like these numbers. Give me 1 moment. Let me change this. Let's say this is 108 and travel 9 miles per hour. Determine the time taken for this journey. Hey, runner. Helicopter flies travels a distance of no, the helicopter travels with an average speed of 8 miles per hour. and covers a distance of 56 kilometers. So I changed it from miles to kilometers, so just better than mine. So the helicopter travels at an average speed of 8 kilometers per hour and covers a distance of 56 kilometers. Determine the time taken. A shark swims with an average speed of 7 kilometers per hour. Covers a distance of 42 kilometers. Determine time taken. Henry decides to drive from Texas to Atlanta. Covers a distance of 363 93 miles and has an average speed of 60 miles per hour. And he has covers a distance of, let's say, 180 miles. Determine the time taken for his drive. And finally, a train was from Norway to Finland with an average speed of 30 kilometers per hour. Distance traveled was 120 kilometers. Determine the time taken for this journey. All right, just 6 of them. Hopefully you all understand or remember what to do. Johnny, what number you on?
Number
Ayana, what number you on?
number 2.
Number 2. Akira, what number you on? Where's Akira?
Number 4. So
Number 4. Alasia, what number you on?
Number 3.
Okay, remember when you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. That goes for everyone. not only take a picture of your notes, but also take a picture of the grade exercise. Where is Aliana? What number you on?
Number 3.
Okay. And Maranique, what number you on?
Number 3.
Good. Andrea, what's your smart score?
I'm struggling.
Struggling
55.
with
Yes,
volume?
Yes, sir.
You've never done volume before?
No, sir.
Whoa, I thought that was gonna be an easy one. So basically, for stuff that look like a square or cuboid, it's
Yes,
length times
sir.
width times height. So length times width times height. If it's look like a cylinder, they give you any cylinders?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that one is pi r squared times the length. So that's gonna be basically the area of a circle times the length. If they
Yes,
give
sir.
you like a triangular prism, then you have to find the area
Yes,
of a
sir.
triangle and then multiply that by the length of the triangular prism. And if it's anything else, just make sure to look at the example that they give you. Like
Yes,
call up one
sir.
try example.
Thank you.
Well, Angel, what number you on? Angel, what number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4. Ashani Fernanda, what number you on? Ashani Fernanda. Where's Ashani? Ashani, what number you on? And Bethany, what number you on?
Number 5.
Number 5. And she says number 3. Prashant, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. And Brian, Bree, what number y'all on?
Number 3.
Okay, good. And Chai, what number you on? Where's Chai?
Yes,
Chai,
sir.
what number you on, Chai?
I'm on number 2.
Number 2. Okay. And that's good. What's the name after Chai? Joseph. Joseph, what number you on?
You mean me?
Not Joseph, Kalma. Joseph. Not Joseph, not Reagan. Joseph Kalma.
5.
Number 5. You understand what to do?
Yeah.
Pardon? Joseph, do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Stop saying yeah or yep to me. That's the first thing. I notice you keep on doing that lately. This is not a game. So if you have any games to play that with someone your own size, but don't do that with me. Do you hear me, Joseph? Because you keep on doing the same thing over and over again.
Yes, sir.
Where's Daniel?
Yes, sir.
Daniel, what happened to the notes from yesterday?
What do you mean?
What happened with the notes from yesterday?
I wasn't on.
You wasn't home, so do you have them now?
Yes, sir.
Send them to me, please. Did you ever finish ratios?
No, sir, I wasn't on yesterday. I didn't get to finish it.
Okay, so that's
Okay.
that's what I need you to do then.
Yes, sir.
And Demetria, what number you on? Demetria, what number you on? Where's Demetria? I can't have from Demetria for some reason. Dia Gibson, what number you on? Dia number 4. Dion, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay. And Dante Davel, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number what?
3.
Number 3?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Darnik, what number you on?
Number 5.
Number 5. And Dwayne Slew, where's Dwayne Slew? Dwayne, what number you on? And Egypt, what number you on? Dwayne Slew and Egypt, what number you all on? Number 4. Hugh Don, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Evanice, you finished, right? I think you finished. Or are you working on, where's Evanice?
Yes, sir.
You're working on the consumer math, right?
Oh, I already finished that.
You already finished that?
Yes, sir.
That's what you just sent me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're on this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Hugh Don, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Jalen, what number you on? Where's Jalen?
Number 2.
Number 2. You understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Excuse me, Ms. Petit.
Uh-huh.
On number 6, you put an S behind the train.
A train. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Where is Jasmine? Where's Jasmine? Jasmine, what number you on? Number 4. Okay, Jevin. Jevin, what number you on, Jevin?
I'm going on number 3 right now.
You're going on number 3. Okay. And Jeremy, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay, and Juan, what number you on?
Number 5.
Number 5. And Casey? What number you on, Casey?
I'm on number 5, sir.
Good. Is there anyone who is finished? Hey, is there anyone who is finished with their work already?
I finished, sir.
Okay. For those of you who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, for those who are finished, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. I only got Randisha, Aliyah, and Kingston's work. I think they're finished. Where is Kema? Kema, what number you on?
4.
Did you send your work from yesterday?
No, sir.
Kema, why in the world did you send your work from yesterday? Why?
Where else was it on?
No, man, stop giving me that excuse. They were there all day. You met them before you came to my class. Stop giving me these lame excuses, man. Take a picture of your work and send it to me. That's your problem right there. And then you could come on Sunday and don't have your notes. You need to stop that. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. That's the instruction. So you need to do that tonight once you get their phone. Where's Kevin?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
Number 6 finished.
Number 6. And Kamaya, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Kyle, what number you on? Kyle Williamson. Where's Kyle? What happened to Kyle? Kyle, are you there? How about Malia? Malia, are you there? Where's Malia?
I'm here.
Okay, what number you on?
Number 5.
Number 5. And Malik Roll, what number you on?
I am finished, sir.
Okay. And Mark, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, and what's her name? Myla. Myla, what number you on?
I'm finishing up on number 6.
Okay. Summer, you finished, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you ever finish with the slope thing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got what was this? You finished it like what, 100 on it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, good. And what's her name? Myla. Myla, what number you say you on?
I'm on the last one.
Okay. Nakari. What number you on, Nakari?
Number 4.
Number 4. And Navea, what number you on? Where's Navea? Navea. Carrie. Can't have from Navea, Carrie. Wallace. Navea Wallace, what number you on?
4.
Number 4. You understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Nivea Garden.
Yes, sir.
And what number you on?
I'm already finished. I sent the work to you.
Okay. And Naya, what's your smart scores? Where's Naya?
My smart score is 92.
92, so you're almost done with that. And Olivia, what number you on?
Completed. I sent my work already.
Okay. You understand what to do, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Ronisha. Ronisha, what number you on, Ronisha? Where's Ronisha? Again, Ronisha, where are you? What number you on? I can't hear from Ronisha. I wonder why she's not responding. And Reagan, what number you on?
I'm going to number 6, sir.
Corner number 6.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Jabez. Ronisha, why are you not responding? I'm calling your name.
I typed up the chat with my keyboard this week. I was just
Okay, you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Jabez, what number you say you on?
Number 5.
5. And Shekinah, what number you on?
Number 6.
You never sent in the work.
I forgot.
No. What you do, you lie. That's your problem. You need to send in the work. Take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. That's the instruction. I keep on telling you that every night. Come on, man. Stop acting like you're in primary school. Some of you said you finished Tyrone.
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
Number 4, sir.
Number 4. And Willon, what number you on? Where's Willon? Yana from Willon. For the rest of you who are still working, again, for the rest of you who are still working, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Who is finished? Let me know if you're done. Those of you who are finished.
I am.
I am.
Okay.
I
finished.
Okay, that's good.
I'm done. I just sent you my work.
That's good. Kingston, I need you to read number 1 for me, please. Let's go ahead and do it.
Yes, sir. The question says, a girl cycles from Book World to the bank of the Bahamas on Carmichael Road. The distance traveled is 24 miles and her average speed was 6 miles per hour. Determine the time she took for the journey. So we write the formula, time equals distance over speed. And for distance, we put 24, and for speed, we put 6, and then we divide it. And our answer, we should get 4 hours.
So 24 divided by 6, and that's gonna be what? 4 hours? That's what you got, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Did anyone else get 4 hours? You did do it right.
Awesome.
That was
Yes,
the
sir.
correct answer for that
I
one.
did.
I did.
Okay, good. So the answer is 4 hours. Only those 4 people? Anyone else? Got all right. Got number 1 right?
I got it.
I got it too,
Got
sir.
it.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it.
Good. Reagan.
Got it.
Very good, Demetria. Reagan, explain number 2, please.
A boat sails from Long Island to Grand Bahama and covers a distance of 108 miles. The boat's average speed was 9 miles per hour. Determine the time taken for this journey.
Good.
The formula would be time equals distance over speed, and it would be 108 miles over 9 miles per hour. What I got for that was I got 12 hours.
12 hours flat, not 12.5, just straight 12.
12 hours, right? Because 9 times 12 is 108.
Very good. So the answer is 12 hours. Did anyone else get 12 hours? Let me know.
I did.
I did.
Yes.
I did.
I did.
Good. 12
Yes, sir.
hours. 12 hours is correct. Good stuff. Go ahead. Amaranik, number 3.
A helicopter travels with an average speed of 8 kilometers per hour and covers a distance of 56 kilometers. Determine the time taken. To find time, you do distance divided by speed. The distance is 56 kilometers and the speed is 8 kilometers. 8 can go into 56 7 times. So the answer is 7 kilometers.
Good. So 56 divided by 8 kilometers per hour. So 56 divided by 8 kilometers per hour. That's gonna be what?
7 kilometers.
7.
Kilometers.
No. It's time. So 7 hours, right? Did anyone else get 7 hours?
I did.
I did.
I did.
I did.
Yeah,
I
so
Because 56 divided by 8 is 7. Akiro, read number 5, please. I mean number 4.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. Even though you're writing down the answers, can I still send you work now?
Yes,
no?
yes. Send the work, please.
Thank you, sir.
Send in the work. Those who haven't sent in the work yet, send in their work. Go ahead, Akiro. Read number 4. And there he is, nowhere to be found. Akiro, where are you?
He typed in chat.
My mic. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. All that time your mic was working, now your mic ain't working. Hello? Hello, good night. Hello, good night. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me? Yes, ma'am. Akiro says his mic isn't working. Is that true? Because all the while his mic, yeah, all the while his mic was working. I don't know when I asked him to explain a question, his mic all of a sudden is not working.
Let me hold on a second. What happened to your mic? What happened to your mic? So why you telling us the mic ain't working? Rub it on, turn it on. Unmute it so you can answer. Turn it on. And even unmute to answer Mr. Petit question.
So Akiro. Where's Akiro?
Yes, sir.
Why are you lying to me? Come on, man, you can't start this early. Stop lying. With your mic. Ain't nothing wrong with your mic? Explain number 4, please.
He shocks swim with an average speed of 7 kilometers per hour and covers a distance of 42 kilometers. Determine the time taken.
Good, so how are we gonna do it? Do you know how to do it, or you want me to help you?
I still do one number 4, so
But tell me what to write. It's a simple process.
seven divided by 44. 42.
So 42 kilometers. Is that what we write first?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 42 kilometers divided by what?
7.
7 what?
Kilometers.
Kilometers per what? Because it's speed. So 7 kilometers per what?
Pardon me?
7 kilometers per what? We're talking about 7 kilometers per hour. What is 42 divided by 7?
6.
6. So the answer is what?
6.
6 what? Because we're dealing with time.
Pardon me?
6 what? Because we're dealing with time. 6 what?
Hours.
6 hours.
6 hours. 6 hours.
Good. And next time, don't lie to me. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Come on, man. Jaden, read number. Oh, by the way, did anyone else get number 4?
Yes, sir.
I did.
Okay,
I
good.
did.
I did.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jaden, read number 5, please. Jalen, sorry. Jalen, number 5.
Brother,
Read number 5.
Henry decides to drive from Texas to Atlanta. He covers a distance of 180 miles and has an average speed of 60 miles per hour. Determine the time taken for this drive.
Good. So how are we gonna get an answer?
Times,
I can't hear you.
multiplication,
No, we're not gonna multiply. You see all these division signs here? What are we gonna do with the 2 numbers?
division,
Division. What numbers are we gonna divide?
180 by 60.
Thank you. What is 180? So it's gonna be 180 miles, right? That's the distance. Divided by what?
60.
60 what? We're dealing with time.
60 miles
Miles per what?
hour.
Good. And what is 180 divided by 60?
3.
3. Good. Did anyone else get 3 hours?
Yes, sir.
Did anyone else
I
get
did.
I
Yes, sir.
did.
I did.
Okay, good. Only those 3 persons? Anyone else?
I did.
Anyone else got?
I did.
I did.
Good.
I did.
Good. Where?
Mr. Petit,
Uh-huh.
I messed up on the question.
What you did?
I must have put 108 miles.
Oh, you put the same 108 from number 2.
Yes, sir. And when I divide, I get 1.8, and I was a little lost.
Yeah. So because you put down the wrong number. So the first thing to do this is that, look, if we have 180 and we divide it by 60, we have the what? Cancel the zeros. So this 0 cancel with that 0. So we left with what? 18 divided by 6.
Yes,
And
sir.
what is 18 divided by 6? That's gonna be what?
3.
3. How many brothers did it this way? Or you just
I did.
did it that way?
I did.
I
Good.
did.
For
For
And then you-
me, I could just look at the number without the 0 and see the answer.
Yeah, because it's because it's that basically the 6 tables if you think about it, right? Okay, and Joseph, read number 6, please. Joseph Kalma, read number 6.
Can I go?
Joseph Kalma. No, I want Joseph to go. Joseph Kalma, where are you? There you go again, hiding. That's another one hiding. Dante. Where's Dante? Dante Davel. What's the next one hiding? I don't know why they hiding. Can the rest of y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Loud and clear.
Good. I know I want either Joseph Kalma or Dante Davel to answer this question. Joseph. Joseph.
Yes, sir. You mean me?
I mean Joseph Kalma. Why are you not responding to your name, Joseph? No, you can't just leave. If you have to use the restroom, you have to ask me. And you've been in this class from summer, and you know that. I've been calling your name for the longest to answer number 6. Come on, man. Stop doing foolishness, man. Read number 6 and answer it for me. Go ahead, Joseph.
The train moves from Norway to Finland,
Finland.
with an average speed of 30 kilometers per hour. The distance traveled was 120 km. Determine the time taken from this journey.
What is journey? Good. What are we gonna do?
Pardon?
What are we gonna do to find out the time taken?
I gotta see on that one.
Are we gonna add, multiply, divide, subtract? What?
I think I divide.
Divide. What numbers are we gonna divide?
I think 3 hours.
No, I'm not asking for the answer. I just want to know what numbers we're gonna divide. That's what I'm gonna ask. That's what I'm asking. What numbers are we dividing?
120 and
120.
30.
120. 120 what?
Kilometers. I
Kilometers.
mean, kilometers. I think.
Divided by what?
30.
30. 30 what? What's the units?
km.
Km per what?
Hour.
Km per hour. Good. And if we have to divide 120 by 30, what's the answer gonna be? Joseph, look. We have 120 over 30. Can we cancel out the zeros?
4,
It'll be what?
4,
It'll be 4, because 12 divided by 3 is what? Come on, Joseph, what is 12 divided by 3?
4.
4. So 4 hours. Did anyone else get 4 hours?
I
Yes,
did.
sir.
Yeah,
So,
so
I did.
Okay,
I
good,
got it.
good, good. If anyone got all right, let me know if you got all right.
I
I
did.
did.
I did.
I got all right.
Okay,
I did.
okay, good. If you got all right, put I inside the chat. If you got all right, put I inside the chat. If you got one wrong, put Y. If you got one wrong, put Y, and if you got two wrong, put N. All right. All right, put Y. All right, put I. One wrong, put Y. Two wrong, put N inside the chat. Okay, good. So let me check, see how y'all did. Okay, let me see. Okay, very good. Bry, Kingston, Rashawn, Dia, Chai, Dia, Aaliyah, very good. Dion, Dia, Gibson, Nakari, Juan, Ronisha, Hudon, Samantha, Summer, Nivea, Olivia, Malaysia. Good. Wow. Basically everybody's saying they got all right. Can you put in the side of chat? No problem, Jeremy. Okay, so that's how we do it when we have when we're trying to find time. So we know how to find time. We know how to find distance. We know how to find the average speed. Now, someone asked a very interesting question when this was yesterday. I can't remember who it was, but they asked, is the time always going to be in hours, right? I don't know who that was. I can't remember who that was. And then I responded by saying that, no, the time don't have to be always in hours. They can give you the time in minutes. So we're going to be looking at questions right now where the time is not given in minutes, but the time is not given in hours, but the time is given in minutes. And we still have to find the average speed. Okay, so let's look at something like that. Okay, good. So let's go ahead. Let me give those persons who are still working on this one more opportunity, and then we can go on to the next thing that we have to do. All right. Now you say you was finished, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Do the one on volume.
Yes, sir.
So for these examples, time given in minutes. Okay. So we need to figure out what is the average speed when the time is given in minutes. All right. And it should be an easy one. The only thing is that it could get a little bit interesting, but it should be easy. So find the average speed. No, let's make it little. So Gianna cycles for 60 minutes and covers a distance of 24 miles. No. Yeah, 240 miles. Determine, that's not. Determine determine her average speed in miles per hour. All right, so how are we gonna do this? Gianna cycles for 60 minutes. She covers a distance of 240 miles, determine her average speed in miles per hour. So how are we gonna do that? Let me put this on this side so we can have a lot of space. And like that. Maybe we can fit in, I don't know, 3 or 4. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? We know that the average speed, right? What is this formula for average speed? It's gonna be what?
Distance divided by time.
Divided by distance divided. Well, I think the first thing we need to do, like before we even like get, you know, into this well, we need to figure out first, just change the minutes to hours. So a time is what? What's a time?
60 minutes.
60
A
minutes.
time is 60 minutes, right? But they want it in miles per hour. So what is 60 minutes in terms of an
1
hour?
hour. 1
What is
hour.
60 minutes? 60 minutes is what?
1 hour.
60 miles per
That's
hour.
equal to 1 hour. So
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. Maybe
Uh-huh.
excuse for a couple minutes, please.
so you can. So what
Thank
that means is that in order for us to figure out the average speed, so average speed is going to be speed is equal to what? Distance. Right? Distance over time. So that means that our speed is going to be what? What's our distance? Our distance is, can you help me with this? What's our distance?
240 miles.
240 miles.
240 miles. So distance is 240 miles. And what is her time? What's her time?
60.
Her time is,
1 hour.
are we using the 60 minutes or are we using the hour?
1 hour.
We're using the what?
60.
We're using the 60 or the 1 hour? Which one?
60.
Anyone else think?
I guess 1 hour.
You think 1 hour? 1 hour or the 60?
I either 60 or 1 hour for me.
I think we're using the 60. Interesting. The
We're using the
question
60
using the 60. Why do you think we're using the 60, Kingston?
because if we use 1, it'll just be the same thing, 240.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to use 60.
We have to use 60.
What's
People
up?
are absolutely incorrect. We have to use the 1 hour. Why we have to use 1 hour? Because they tell us they want an average speed in what? Miles per hour. Okay. So it's gonna be 240 over what? 1
hour.
1 hour. 1 hour. So the average speed is going to be what?
240 miles.
What is 240 divided by 1? It's gonna be what?
240.
Yeah, so
240.
it's 240, right? Miles per hour. All right. Do y'all understand what we did?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask the question again. Do y'all
Yes, sir.
understand how we got answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So what the first thing we did, was we converted the time from minutes to what? An hour.
Hours.
And then we used that hour and put it inside the formula to get distance over time. And the distance is 240 miles over hour, and that's going to be 240 miles per hour because it's just 1. All right. Where's Ajani? Ajani, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Did you send in your notes?
Yes, sir.
Good. All right. Do you understand how we got 240 miles per hour?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. I need what's her name? Myla, explain how we got 240 miles per hour, please. Myla, where's Myla? You can't have a Myla for some reason.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I want you to explain how we got 240 miles per hour.
Yes, sir. So the question reads, Gianna cycles for 60 minutes and covers a distance of 240 miles. Determine her average speed in miles per hour. The first step we would have to do is convert minutes into an hour, and 60 minutes equals an hour. With that being said, we move on to setting up the formula, which is S, which is speed, which stands for speed, equals distance over time. And the distance is 240 miles, with the time now being converted to 1 hour, and 1 divided by 240 is 240. And since we're dealing with miles, 240 miles per hour.
Very good. Very good explanation. The only thing is, it's 240 divided by 1, and that's 240. Good. So this is a very simple example. We only have 1 hour, so nothing crazy. Now, let's do another example wherein we have, say, something else. So again, these are just going to be examples where I'm gonna keep the same person, and there's you're not trying to make this deep, right? So Gianna cycles for let's say she cycles this time for 30 minutes and covers a distance of 240 miles. Determine her average speed in miles per hour. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we have to convert the time from 30 minutes to what? Hours, right? So time is going to be equal to what is 30 minutes in terms of an hour? If you want to convert 30 minutes into hour, what we must do?
Add.
If we want to change 30 minutes into an hour, what do we do? Oh,
Multiply.
oh my. If we want to change 30 minutes into an hour, what do we do? Olivia, where are you when we need you? Amaranik. Who else should know? K Maya. Juan. Aaliyah. Darnik, Dawn, Dion. China. Where are y'all when we need you? Ren.
So we divide by 60?
Yes, divide by 60. Very good. So we do 30. Why do we divide by 60? 30 minutes divided by 60.
60 minutes equals per hour.
Very good, because 60 minutes equal an hour. So we divide by 60. So the time is 30 minutes. We know that, but it's going. We want to change it into a gonna change it into minutes. So we're gonna do 30 over 60. Can we cancel anything?
Yes, sir. The zeros.
Yes, we can. So we cancel this 0 with that 0, and so we are left with what? 3 over 6. Can we do anything else? Can we cancel some more?
No. Yes, sir. 6, 3 go.
Yes, we can. You can
Yes.
cancel out with 3.
We can bring it lower.
We
So
could divide it by 3.
yeah. So 3 into 3 is 3. Sorry, 3 into 3 is it goes itself once, right? And then 6 divided by 3 is what?
2.
2.
2.
So that means that 30 minutes is what? Half an hour, right?
Hour, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me repeat what I did. The first thing I did was, it says 30 minutes, right? So what I need to do is I need to convert the minutes, right? 30 minutes into hours. So it's going to be 30 minutes, which is going to be 30 over 60, right? So 30 minutes is 30 over 60, which is what? 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2, so it's going to
2.
be half an hour. So 30 minutes is what? Half an hour. Do y'all understand that?
Yes, sir.
I do not
I
at
do.
all.
Yes, sir.
I do.
You do? Dion, you say you don't?
This is Hudon, and I don't.
You don't?
No, sir.
If I say it's 7:30, right? If I say that's the time, 7:30, right? You know
Yes,
that
sir.
it's 7 hours, and then it's gonna be, since I say 30 minutes, it's gonna be half an hour, because full hour is 60 minutes. So half of an hour is gonna be 30 minutes. So 30 minutes is the same thing as half an hour, if you understand what I'm saying.
Oh, I understand. Okay, thank you.
So what we did, I just showed the working. So I did 30 divided by 60, because 30 minutes is 30 minutes over 60. We're trying to change it into 1 hour. So then what we do, we cancel out the zeros, those two cancel. That's going to be equal to 3 over 6. We have to reduce this fraction. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is what? 2. So it's going to be half an hour. So the time is half an hour. So if you're trying to find, this is where it becomes interesting. If you're trying to find the speed, right? So the speed, I'm going to change the color. So speed is going to be equal to, let me just keep the same thing because I don't want, no, no, let me just change the color. Let me change the color. It's good. Let's change it. So speed is going to be equal to the distance divided by what?
The distance
Divided
divided
by
by the
speed.
time.
Speed.
Distance
The
divided
time.
by time. All right, distance over time. But what is the distance? We just figured that out. That distance was what?
240 miles.
240 miles.
Yeah, 240 miles. All right, that's the distance. I'm not gonna write the units because the units will make it complicated when we're doing stuff like this. So, but I leave it about units, and I'm gonna put the units at the end. So it's 240 miles. What's the time? Time is what?
Half an hour.
Half an hour. So we have this is gonna be divided by 1/2. Okay, so that's what we basically have. We have a fraction at the bottom. So just, take a deep breath. We have a fraction at the bottom. So we are dividing by a fraction, right? Interesting. How do we divide fractions? Does anyone know? How do we divide fractions? Well, we say, so S is gonna be equal to 240 is a whole number, so we put 240 over
1.
over 1, divided by what? Divided by 1/2, right? Now, if I have two, so here we have two fractions that are divided by each other. 240 over 1, because any whole number can be represented as a fraction by putting 1 underneath it. That's why we put the 1 there. Divided by a half, right? The half, which we got from here. So 240 over 1 divided by a half. How do we divide these two fractions?
Yes.
We have to do what? Everyone should know how to do that. How do we
Cross
divide
multiply.
fractions? Not cross multiply. How do we divide fractions?
Put the denominator on top.
You
Uh-huh.
keep the 240 over 1
Uh-huh.
and you change the division sign into multiplication and you flip the 1 over 2 into 2 over 1.
Very good. KSF, right? Keep, switch, flip, right? Keep, switch, flip. We keep the 240 over 1. We switch the sign from a division sign to multiplication sign. And we flip the 2 and the 1. You said we flip that. So KSF, keep, switch, flip. I don't know if you all learned it like that. You'll probably learn it by a different acronym. But KSF is one acronym that some people use. So we switch. So the 2 goes on top, the 1 goes at the bottom. Okay. And so now we have that the speed is going to be equal to 240 over 1 Divided or multiplied?
Multiply.
Or multiply.
Multiplied. Very good.
Multiply.
By what?
By 2 over 1.
Over 1.
By 2 over 1. Very good. And so we have, what did we do? Well, what did we do? Very simple. We kept this fraction, 240 over 1. We switched the division sign into a multiplication sign, right? And then we flip this a half. So we put the 2 at the top, we put the 1 at the bottom. That's what KSF means. And so now we have S, which is average speed, is going to be equal to 240 over 1 multiplied by 2 over 1. Now we have to multiply, right? So what is 240 multiplied by 2? And what is 1 times 1? It's going to be equal to, so S is going to be equal to 240 multiplied by 2. So S
480.
that's going to be equal to 240 divided by 2. You got 480? Let's try that. So 240, right? Multiplied by 2. 2 times 0 is what?
0.
0. 2 times 4 is
8.
8. 2 times 2 is
4.
4. So it's going to be what? 480. 480. So it's going to be 480
Over 1.
over what? What
1.
is 1 times 1? It's going to be what?
1.
1. So what is 480 over 1? That's going to be equal to what?
480.
480. Now we put our units. So 480 miles per
hour.
Yeah, miles per hour. All right. Boy, do you all understand that, or I need to explain it again?
I understand.
I understand, sir.
I understand.
I understand.
Okay, you
I
understand?
understand.
Okay, good. So everybody understand? I don't explain over again for nobody. Everybody get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, interesting. You all understand quick. I hope Akiro, Dante, Jalen, and Joseph Palmer understand. Where are those people
And
then?
me.
And you don't. Do you understand, you don't?
A little bit.
Little. Have you ever did division of fractions before?
I probably did, but I
Oh.
don't think I remember.
I don't remember. Okay, we can do another example to help you out. Joseph, do you understand? Where's Joseph?
Yeah, I think so.
Pardon?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, and Jalen, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, good. Let me explain it one more time. So the first thing we do is we because it's say 30 minutes, right? And 30 minutes is what? Half an hour, right? So we say 30 over 60. Why over 60? Because it's 60 minutes an hour, right? And so what we do, we cancel help me out. We do what with the zeros?
You cancel them out.
We cancel them out. Then we still left with 3 over 6. What are we gonna do? We're gonna what?
Divide by 3.
Divide by 3. Divide by 3. So we end up with 3 divided by 3, which is what?
1 over 2.
1. And
Oh.
6 divided by 3 is
2.
2. Good. The formula says for speed, the formula is what?
Distance divided by time.
Distance divided by time. What is the distance?
240.
240. What is the time?
A half hour.
Half an hour, right? That time is half an hour. So we say, right? We say 240 divided by a half, right? But we have a whole number divided by a fraction. We put the whole number over 1. We divide it by a half, which is 1 over 2, right? Now, what's the next thing that we do? We have to do what?
Flip the 2 and the 1.
Mhm.
1/2.
Remember, we use the rule KSF. We keep this whole number, 240/1. We keep that. We switch the division sign to multiplication sign, and we flip the 2 on top, and then the 1 at the bottom, we flip it. So we flip the fraction. So we have now 240/1 multiplied by, because we switched the division sign to multiplication sign, 2/1. Now we just multiply in fractions. 240 times 2 is going to be what? 480.
480/1.
And 1 times 1 is 1.
1.
And so we have 480/1, which is 480. Let me know if you understand this, please. Again, let me know.
I do.
Yeah, so.
Understand?
So.
I do.
Good. Only a few persons are answering. Let me know if you understand how we got it.
I do.
I understand.
Okay, good.
I understand.
Okay,
I
perfect.
do.
Good. So
Say,
go ahead, Joseph.
I get it right, but I feel like that's too much steps for just one answer.
Yeah, boy, you just getting started with math if you think it's too much steps. Okay, so I mean, once you get good at math, you'll be able to immediately
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
see it. Yes, go ahead.
Why, I understand we need maths like for life and stuff, right?
Mhm.
But why do they have like different topics if we don't need everyone?
Well, what grade you in?
I'm in grade 10, so
In grade 10? Okay. You're in grade 10. Which one be when you grow up?
I want to be a nurse.
Okay. You think everybody in your class want to be a nurse?
No, sir.
That's the point. So, we don't know what everybody gonna be. So, someone in your class is going to be, someone in your class is gonna need math for something big. And so, if you're teaching a class, right, with so many students, you don't know which one is gonna need it. So you teach them all the topics, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is that even when you see how you want to be a nurse, right? The way how it's set up, if you want to be a nurse, then that means you have to go to college. If you want to go to college, you need math as a part of your, well, in order to get into college, number one, and also that's going to be one of the courses you have to take. So nurses, if you go to COB, if you go to UB, nurses usually take like 2 levels of math. So you're gonna need that. Or if you go to abroad, you still need math because nurses you have to take at least 1 or 2 levels of math. So the way it's set up is that you can't run away from it. So, you know, that's why. So that's the thing.
Thank you.
Is it time for grade exercise?
No, we have you're right, You're right. I want to do one more example though. I have you have a point. Okay, Gianna said we need to do one more. We have to do one more example. We have to do one more example. So let's say she travels for 124 miles, right? Determine the average speed. Okay. Okay, so Gianna cycles for 30 minutes and covers a distance of 124 miles. Determine the average speed in miles per hour. What's the first thing that we're gonna do? We have to do what? We have to
Convert minutes into hours.
very good, convert minutes into hours. So a time is going to be equal to, if we're trying to convert minutes into hours, we have to divide by what?
60.
Divide by 60.
Oh,
Good.
60.
Good. Can we cancel anything?
The zero.
Yes, sir. The zero.
Cancel 2 zeros. So we are left
The
with
zero.
what? We're left with what?
3 over 6.
3 over
Divided by
6.
3.
3 over 6. And then we're going to divide top and bottom by what?
3.
3.
3. And then so we have 3 divided by 3, which is what?
1.
1. Good. And then 6 divided by 3 is
2.
2. So we have what? Half of an hour.
Hour.
But we still need to find the speed, right? So speed is going to be equal to use a different color.
Distance divided by
Speed is equal to Distance,
Wow.
distance. Divided by time. What is the distance? What is the distance?
124 miles.
124 miles, good. 124. Do we write in units for this for these ones?
No, sir.
No, we do not write the units.
Over 1.
Over what? Over what is the time?
Half an hour.
Half an hour. So we put 1/2, right? And what we do at this point? We have to do what?
To a fraction.
We have to change 124 into fraction by putting it over what?
1.
Put over 1. So 124 all over 1 divided by what? Divided by
1/2.
1/2. Now we have two fractions. How are we going to divide these two fractions?
KSF.
KSF. We're gonna keep it and then what?
Flip it.
Switch it or flip it?
Switch it. So switch the division sign into a multiplication sign. And then we're gonna flip,
2
right?
over 1.
So we're gonna
Flip it.
we're gonna take this 2, put it on top. We're gonna take this 1, put it at the bottom. And so we have 2 over 1. And so what do we have now? Now,
Good day, Mr. Padimi. Good night, Mr. Padimi. My Wi-Fi did drop.
okay, no problem. Now we're gonna multiply 2 by what? 124
124
and
times 2.
and 1 times 1. So S is gonna be equal to what? What is 2 times 124?
248.
248. Yeah, I got that too. 248 all over 1. And 248 over 1 is what?
248.
248. So now we can put the units. It's gonna be miles per hour. Okay. Okay. Do you all understand it now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I do.
Good. So now it's time for the great exercise. I think I only gave you all like probably 2. Okay. So we could quickly do this. Have a good 2 of them in now. Where's Gianna? I'm sure there's a Gianna here. Gianna, are you here? We literally use your name like 3 times. Where is she? Gianna here? Oh, wow.
Not to interrupt you, but
Uh-huh.
what subject do you have next?
We have social studies and religious studies afterwards. The last
Thank
2.
you.
I can't believe the week is over. Can y'all believe the week is over? Jeez.
Yeah, so
Yes, sir.
It's crazy.
See, yes. Oh wow. Y'all ain't even working with me, man. I'm saying I can't believe it's over. Y'all saying yes.
I think like we in at school Monday. The week
No more
off.
school.
Oh, it going fast, right? Yeah. We just scurried along, man.
praise the Lord. We have come to see this last day of February.
Yeah, it is the last day of February, and you're right. Thank God for that is correct. Okay, great exercise. Exercise number 2. I'm just gonna give you 2 of them. I posted that inside the chat for those persons who are still working on it. Number 1, let's say Rachel. That's not how you spell Rachel. Let's say Tyra. Tyra cycles for 160 miles and covers cycles for 60 minutes and covers a distance of 160 miles. Determine her average speed. Determine average speed in miles per hour. And then one more. Number 2. Cycles for 30 minutes. Covers a distance of 320 miles. Determine her average speed in miles per hour. Okay, good. Just those two. Quickly do it before it's time.
What's the acronym again, Mr. Petit?
KSF. Keep, switch, flip.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Kiajani, where's Kiajani? Where's Kiajani? Kiajani, are you there? Daniel, where's Daniel? Daniel?
Yeah, so
I need you to send me what you have before it's time to go.
yeah, so I was telling before something.
Okay. And Naya, what are you working on?
I'm working on IXL. My smart score is 91.
91, okay. And where is what's her name?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. You want to
What?
send it to you too?
Say it again?
You want to send this to you?
Yes. Take a picture of this. Once you finish with these 2 exercises and the notes, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Yeah, of course I want you to send it. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp once you finish with this. 2 simple exercises. Where is Andrea? Andrea, what's your smart scores?
85, Mr. Petit.
Okay, that's better. Just don't drop.
Yes, sir.
And you could leave at 8, Andrea. Where is what else? Is Sarah in there today?
So,
Sarah, are you here?
so
I noticed that some of your notes are missing. Like you didn't finish the main meeting mode thing.
did I send it to you?
All of it? Because
Yes, sir. I done and I sent it.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
One moment.
I also sent the work, the video you gave me yesterday to
On
watch.
consumer mods. I see that. I see your average speed stuff, but I don't see that. No, I don't see it. The last thing I see is Yeah, you didn't send the consumer math one.
You say you don't have it?
No, I don't have that one.
Yeah, I'll send it again.
Go ahead, Reagan.
Never mind. I got it because I was looking in the chat for the notes.
Okay.
I got it.
Aliana, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Oh, Clement, what number you on?
Sending you the work.
Okay. Please don't not only send me the exercise, but also send me the the notes as well. So what we did on example, the last 2 examples. All right. Kyle, what number you on?
Number 2, sir.
Okay. And Michael, what number you on? Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, and again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Anyone finish? Anyone is finished with these 2?
I am.
About to send the work right now.
Okay. Bree and Bri, are y'all finished?
Not yet. Yes, sir.
Okay, and where is Chai? Chai, you finished?
I'm on number 2 right now.
Number 2, okay. Dante, where's Dante? Dante Daval, where are you?
Also,
What number you on?
I'm finishing number 1.
Okay. And Shannon Roll, where's Shannon? What number you on, Shannon? Shannon says number 2. Okay. And Nevaeh Wallace, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. You understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how about you, Myla? What number you on, Myla?
I'm on number 2, and yes, I understand, sir.
Okay, good. Ronisha, what number you on? And Ronisha, what number you on? I'm done, okay. It's good. You know what? Anyone finish? Because we need to go over these
Yes, sir.
answers.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I'm done.
Okay, good. Because we
Yes,
need
sir.
to go over these answers. It's currently 8:50, well, 7:57, almost 8 o'clock.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
I'm here. Go ahead.
May I use the restroom, please?
Yes, quickly. All right, so let's go ahead. Oh wow, it's 7:59. Okay, so for number one, okay, how are we gonna do this? We need the first deal with time, right? Time is what? Help me out. Time is what?
Equals 60 miles.
60 what?
60 miles is 1 hour.
60 minutes,
60
which is what?
minutes.
Which is what?
1 hour.
1 hour. Excuse me. And what is the formula? Speed is equal to what?
Distance over time.
Distance
Divided
over
by
time.
time.
Distance over time. What is the distance?
160 miles.
160 miles. What is the time?
1 hour.
1 hour. So it's gonna be equal to 160 what? 160 miles per hour. Did anyone else get this? 160 miles per hour? Let me know.
I did.
Okay,
Yes,
only
sir.
a few persons. Anyone else got that?
You did.
Okay, good. Now for number two. Number two says time is gonna be equal to it's 30 minutes. How do we convert 30 minutes into an hour? We have to divide by what?
By 60.
We have
30.
to divide it by 60.
Divided by 60. Then we cancel out the
Then we simplify by cancel out the 0.
we left with 3/6.
This should be 3/6, which we can divide by 3, leaving us with 1/2.
Very good. Divide that by 3. Divide this by 3. We are left with 1/2. 1/2 is going to be what? Half an hour, right?
That's right.
So the speed
Yes, sir.
is going to be the distance divided by time. What's the distance? 320. Divided by time. What's the time? A half, right?
1.
So we have to multiply that by 2/1, which is what? What you got? 320 multiplied by 2. Somebody you speaking, but I can't hear you. What y'all got for this one?
640 miles per hour.
640 miles per hour.
640. 640 miles
Hour.
per hour. Wow, that's fast. That's literally humanly impossible. All right, 640 miles per hour. Very good. Anyone got all right? Anyone got all right? Let me know if you got all
Yes,
right.
Yes, sir.
I did.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Excellent. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. If you are not taking social studies or religious studies, you can leave. But if you are doing social studies or religious studies, you have to stay back. We have to continue our journey with these topics. So again, if you're not taking social studies or religious studies, you are free to leave. But if you are, please stay back. So we're gonna do social studies first, and then yes, now you can go. We're gonna do social studies first, and then we're gonna do religious studies. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. The last hour of the day. Okay, so let's continue. All right, so great. I say put great outside. Today is Thursday. Let me head up properly. Today is Thursday, the 29th.
Hey, Mr. T,
Hello.
you been on the chat?
Oh yeah, that's true. Let me put this in the chat. So Thursday, February 20, 2024. The subject is, of course, social studies. Anyone can remember what we did last time for social studies? The last time we were here. Anyone?
The Lutheran Adventures.
The Lutheran Adventures. Good. What did we say about the Lutheran Adventures? What does Eleuthera mean? What does Eleuthera mean?
Freedom.
It means freedom. Very good. And why did the Lutheran Adventures come to the Bahamas?
They came to start escape their false religion.
Very good. They came to escape religious persecution and to, basically, live in a place that, was free. And there's freedom to practice their religion according to the dictates of their own conscience. Where did they come from, though? The Lutheran Adventures. Like, what country they came from?
Middle?
Great Britain.
They came from, someone said it. How would be?
Great Britain.
Maybe I can give you a hint. William Sale was
Bermuda.
thank you, Bermuda. Right, Bermuda. Okay, so let's talk about we're gonna continue to talk about them because we never did finish. We never finished talking about them, Lutheran Adventures. Eleuthera. Yeah, good. Good. So Lutheran Adventures. So how many people was a part of the Lutheran Adventures journey when they first set sail in 1648? So in 1648, about, you can guess? There wasn't a lot of them.
2000.
What? No, not all that.
800.
No, it's way smaller than that.
200.
No, way smaller than that.
100.
A little bit smaller.
75.
90.
Very close. About 70 people. 70 people set out for the Bahamas. That's a small group, right? Is it a small group? Yes or no?
Very small.
Yeah, that's basically our class in the William.
If people would actually show up.
Yeah, in the William. Now, the William is the name of the ship, of the name of whose ship?
William Salas. William Saley.
No, his name is William Sale. All right, that's the name of his ship, and he was the ex-governor of Bermuda, and they asked him to help them to make this journey. So about 70 people set out for the Bahamas in the William, right? And a small boats of only 6 tons. All right, small boat of only 6 tons. Now you would think that in a group that's so small that everything would be smooth, right? Far from the truth. A quarrel developed. That's the thing, man. People always having a quarrel, like, come on, it's only 70 of you all, man. Come on. A quarrel developed between Sale.
Quarrel, that's like a conflict?
Yeah, a conflict, right? A conflict between Sale and a captain. What's his name? Captain what? Anyone know the name of the man who had the quarrel with William Sale?
Captain Butler.
Captain Butler. Very good, Captain Butler. So it was decided. Do you think they split?
Yes, sir.
Yes, they did. They did split. It was decided that Butler and his followers be put to shore or be put ashore. They're like, well, we don't want to go with y'all anymore, so I guess y'all gotta find some other way. And they split, right? So the group split. And but something happened with the people who was on the William. Something happened to them as they were sailing along. Anyone can guess what happened?
The ship.
They ruined them, and then the ship crashed afterwards, killing half the people on board.
Not half the people. No,
Well, most of the people.
No, not most of the people. No. Not more. It didn't kill most of the people. But you are right half. You are about half, right?
And they lost most of their supplies.
Yes, very good. So that's a very good way to put it. Close to Luthra. What do you think they hit?
Landmark.
They hit a what? Close to Luthra.
A landmark.
Not a landmark. I wish they hit a landmark. They're close to Luthra. They the William struck a reef. Struck a reef. Right? And like Dion said, one of the most devastating part about striking the reef is not really striking the reef, is that they lose their provisions. Like that's sad. Like all provisions, right? All provisions were lost. And one man drowned. So the group is getting smaller and smaller. First they had to split, then now they have in this, basically this devastation to the boat that they are on. So it doesn't look good, right? All provisions were lost. Now imagine you are going on this journey and this is the place where you're gonna live now, and all your provisions lost. What do you think is the next step? What do you think are gonna happen now? If all their provisions lost, what do you think is gonna happen to them now? The survivors,
They might die because like the provisions include food and they might like pass from starvation or something.
exactly, they're gonna starve, right? So the survivors, and that's the worst part, man. Shoot. Would you rather have a place to live in or food?
Food.
Food.
Would you rather have a place to live in or
Food.
food?
Place.
A place,
Food.
a place to
I
live in?
prefer food.
We prefer, why you prefer food
What a
over a place?
place.
Because you don't
Because I
need
have
you don't need a house to survive. I mean, yeah, it protects you from the elements, but you can't die from not owning a house. You could die from starvation though.
Okay, anyone agree with her?
I
Or you?
no
No,
no
I want a
sir.
house.
No?
Because
Yes,
I
so
choose house
I
because
want a
like
house.
when you get a house, right, you could rent it out to people and then the same money which you rent it out with, you get food with it.
Oh, okay. Talk about the economy. So you're out of the place to live in. That's interesting take. Anyone else? Food or shelter?
House. Because if
Uh-huh.
you there might be food in the house.
There may be food in the house. Says so how the food get in the house? I said food or house. Which one?
House.
A house. Okay, interesting. Well, they lost both. They didn't have a place to live and they didn't have food to eat. Fortunately though, um they found refuge in a cave. Anyone know the name of this cave?
Preacher's Cave.
Preacher's
Preacher's
Cave.
Cave.
Preacher's Cave. Very good. So the survivors managed. Survivors managed to struggle ashore. All right. And took refuge in a cave called Preacher's Cave. So what was the name of the cave that they found refuge in?
Preacher's Cave.
Preacher's Cave.
Preacher's Cave. That's definitely a question they'd like to ask in the exam, right? Where did Religion Adventist settle? So you know, Preacher's Cave. After living, so with days you have to be careful. Like if you're in this situation, you have to be careful because, well, you know, if there's only a little bit of food, then you have to share and you have to make sure you don't eat all the food and you know, so you have to be very careful in situations like this. So after living only on what the after living on only what the island could provide, right? The survivors were close to starvation. So that's natural. That's a natural sequence of events, right? Obviously, they're going to be close to starvation because, well, they lost their provisions, right? So, William Sale took the small boat and sailed to Virginia. The settlers there were provided a ship and supplies to help the colonists on Eleuthera. So who decided or who ended up sailing to Virginia in an effort to help them out?
Williams.
William Sale, very good. And what did they send to help the Lutheran Adventures?
Supplies.
They sent supplies and they sent them a ship, right? And so that's good. They're getting help. Later, help also came from New England. In return for this help, so they ain't giving you none for free. In return for this, the people of Eleuthera, they gave them something in return. Do you know what they gave them in return?
Gold, must be.
Like not gold, no. They gave them something in return. It's
More
some
food.
say it again.
Food supply.
No, help came from New England, right? Like in the form of food and stuff. But what did they give them in return? What did the people of Eleuthera give them in return?
Ships.
No. What did the people of Eleuthera give them in return? Like what did
That type of wood.
they gave them a certain type of wood? What's the name of the wood?
Brazil. Wait.
Oak.
Miley, you have a question?
I was gonna ask what happened. So, like, what happened to Captain Butler's crew? Like, did they just die?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Butler crew. That's something that I wondered too. Like, what happened to them? But I haven't been successful in finding information about that.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
In return for this, the people of Eleuthera sent 10 tons of Brazilito wood.
What is that?
The money, that's the wood that they have on the island. The money this raise was used to build, interestingly enough, Harvard College. All right. So they sent them 7 tons of Brazilito wood in return for helping them out.
Sound expensive.
What, the Brazilito wood?
It's not the name of it.
Yeah. Good stuff. And the thing is that after, this whole ordeal with them, not, not being able to survive and then finding help and stuff like that, now more people from Bermuda came to, Eleuthera. But the only problem with that is that these people who came from Bermuda to Eleuthera, they were like criminals and people who were exiled from Bermuda and stuff like that. So these were not like good sort of people. And so that was one of the problems that they had. Like, criminals, exiled criminals were being sent by the Bermudan government, to Eleuthera, right? And that's not good, right? So other settlers came from Bermuda, but sometimes these were criminals, exiled. Anyone know what exile means? They exile you.
To be removed or
Banned
kicked
from the
out
city or place.
or released?
Say it again, Clement.
Banned from a certain place.
Be banned, yes. Like you can't come here no more. They ban you, right? Exiled. So other settlers came from Bermuda, but sometimes they were criminals exiled by the Bermudian government. So harsh was life that some of the original settlers, including William Sale, including Sale himself, returned to Bermuda or went to the North American colonies. So life there was not easy. You know, obviously their initial reason for going there was for freedom and stuff like that, but it still didn't make it easy, right? They still had to struggle and, and still had to experience the harsh life of living in Eleuthera, right? Um, those who stayed, barely managed, barely managed, um, barely managed to live by fishing, farming, by fishing and farming. There's also another big thing that they also used to do that helped them, and that was wrecking. So wrecking was a big thing among the Lutheran Adventists as well, that helped them to, keep afloat. And so wrecking is basically when a ship gets wrecked and you go and get supplies from that particular ship, right? So a little money was also made from wood, ambergris, and the occasional shipwreck. Now, if obviously for the shipwreck, whatever inside the ship you take, right? Like, and they might have supplies, they may have goods, they may have, a lot of stuff. Especially if you watch the Pirates of the Caribbean, you could see shipwreck and that. And they basically now pirates used to, sometimes they may wreck a ship and intentionally to get their the plunder and stuff like that. And so, but these persons, if the ship, end up, hitting a reef or something like that, they would go and gather the spoils of it. So further settlements were made at Harbor Island, and Spanish Wells. Now, we haven't talked about one of the major things that the Illusion Adventures did, which would be the Constitution, right? So that was one of their major contributions. And they had a good system of laws and rules and stuff like that on what you can and cannot do among them. So that was one of their contributions. We're going to talk about that next week, talking about their Constitution and, what ended up happening to them. But so far, what we talk about was how they got there, what happened along the way, and what was life, when they got there. So take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via
Give me
WhatsApp.
Pete.
Go ahead.
So the original Harvard College is in Eleuthera.
Say it again.
So did they destroy Harvard College after it was built, or is it still there?
No, in Harvard, they was used to raise to build Harvard College in the States. Remember?
I thought that. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Say it again.
The money, remember, they sent tons of Brazil wood to stateside, right? And so, no, not states. I say the states. No, from New England, Harvard College in New England. I know there's Harvard in the States, not that Harvard, I'm mixing it up. But the money that they got from The Brazil wood was used to build a college in that area, right? So she's thinking that Harvard College is in Eleuthera. No.
Thank you. I think could you I can't see the bottom of the sentence. So
Okay, I can't see that. So I don't know why it does that. Okay, good. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Question, how many people went with how many Illusion Adventures initially
Yeah.
set sail?
70.
70.
70. What was the name of
About 70.
what was the name of the boat or the ship that they were in?
William.
The William, very good. Why did they separate? Why did the two groups separate?
The two groups separated because Captain Sale and Captain William had a quarrel,
Very good. And what is a quarrel?
a dispute or argument between two or more groups or people.
Very good. Now, what unfortunate event happened on their way to Eleuthera?
All
The
right.
shipwreck
A
and
shipwreck.
the provisions were lost.
Very good. Shipwreck and the provisions were lost. Did anyone die?
Yes,
One-
so one man drowned.
One man drowned. Very good. What was the name of the cave that they found refuge in?
Preacher's Cave.
Preacher's Cave. Very good. What does Eleuthera mean?
freedom.
Means freedom.
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 Okay. Describe the life in Eleuthera. Describe life in Eleuthera.
The life in Eleuthera was harsh because like all the exile criminals and things came there and they barely had enough supplies to survive, so they had to fish and farm and make money from selling wood and raiding the ships that wrecked.
Okay, very good.
And the soils were not good enough for them to farm.
Say it again.
Soils in Eleuthera at the time are not good.
You said the soils.
So the soil.
Okay. So it wasn't good because, well, I mean, you probably might be confusing that with the loyalists, because it's the loyalists who had trouble with farming. Either way, they had a lot of problems with finding ways to provide for themselves. But they end up moving. A lot of them end up moving, but we could talk about that next week. So good. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. We are going to go to religious studies. That's going to be the last subject. So if you're doing RK, it's your time to shine. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
But did you know I'm a genius at arcade?
You are a genius at RK, really. Okay, Mr. Genius at RK. What are we doing? What's the next topic? I'm just pulling your leg. Okay, what did we did last week then, Chapin? Do you remember that? Chapin, you're supposed to be the genius at RK.
When you get the top, I'll show you.
Oh, when I get it. Okay. We did Pentecost last week. How many days after the resurrection of Jesus was Pentecost?
40.
It was 40.
Not 40. Penti. What does Penti mean?
10.
No, definitely not. How many days after the resurrection of Jesus was Pentecost?
3.
Nope,
50.
definitely. 50. Who said 50?
I did so.
Thank you, Hudon. 50. I don't even think Hudon was there. Were you here, Hudon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. You were here. That don't make no sense. You just came on Monday.
Yes, sir.
So we did this last week. So how were you here for this?
I wasn't here for this, but they taught this in school.
Good. That's what I'm saying. You wasn't even here and you getting the questions right. Okay, so describe how the Holy Spirit descended on the disciples.
He allowed
The
them to
Holy
speak.
Spirit.
Go ahead, Amarnik.
He allowed them to speak in tongues.
Allow them to speak in tongues. What else?
The Holy Spirit fell upon them like tongues of and tongues of fire, and everyone began to speak in different languages.
Okay, so the tongues of fire rested on the head, but you're missing the first big thing. How did he
That was
announce
like a
himself?
strong word of head.
There was
Like,
go ahead, Jevin.
what was the question?
The first thing that they knew that the Holy Spirit was there, what was the first indicator?
He came like a
Rushing wind.
Like a strong rushing wind. Strong rushing wind. And then tongues of fire rested upon each person's head. About how many persons were baptized that day? About how many persons were baptized that day? Or joined the church?
120?
No, not 120. So much people was inside the upper room. How many persons were baptized that day?
About 3,000 members.
About 3,000 members were added to the church. Very good. Who the people said that they were drunk, but who said that they was not drunk?
Peter.
Defended them.
Peter.
Peter, very
Peter
good.
defended them.
Peter.
What did Peter say that was the reason why they couldn't have been drunk?
The bar wasn't
The
open.
bar wasn't
That
open
would
at the time
And
when
it was
the
too
Spirit-
early.
Very good. It was too early. The bar didn't open. Very good. He instead said that there was a prophecy from Joel, and that was being fulfilled. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. This is a very short topic, and it's going to be about life among the believers. Life among the believers. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so today is Thursday. Thursday the 29th, is it? February, like we said, the last day in February. Yes, Joseph, go ahead.
You put in chat?
Oh, let me do that. So the subject is, of course, social studies. And the topic is life among...
Mr. Petit, this is religion.
I put social studies? Oh my goodness. Religious studies, thank you. All right. Life among the believers. Okay, where's Clement? Where's Clement?
Yes, sir.
Every time you're not answering, I think you're doing something deceitful. Like you're not actually paying attention.
I'm paying attention.
Okay, so you normally answer. So what's happening today?
Sorry, Ms. Petit.
Said that yesterday. I need you to answer, Clement. You know that's your superpower.
Is that what you've nicknamed me now?
No, but it is your superpower. All right, so life among the believers. So, when we say community, what is the community?
A group of people.
A group that people who share like things.
Very good, Jevin. So a community is not just a group of people, right? So in this sense, when we talk about a community, a true community is a place where people share community values, right? So a group of people living near each other. What are community values? What is community values? What is that? Or good community values? What are they? Helping each other. What else?
Parenting.
Kindness and what else? Jevon hit the nail right on the head. Sharing, right? So a group of people living near each other who share things in common. Now we have something called the common fund, and among the believers, there's something called the common fund, and it's basically pooling resources, right? When we say pooling resources, when I was your age, I didn't understand what they mean by pooling resources. Like, what do you mean by pooling? Is it like a pool? No, not like a pool. When we say pooling resources, we mean bringing together a bunch of resources, combining different resources together so that everybody is taken care of, right? So that's what I mean by the common fund, right? So they combine their money, right, in a way that everybody could, find something. So the members of the early church combined all their resources, together in this way. Everyone's needs, right, were taken care of, and no one was richer or poorer than anyone else. So they shared their stuff, right? Now, so there was a guy who named Joseph Barnabas, and he was a Levite from Cyprus. And he sold all his land and gave the money from the sale to the church. He was the cousin of John Mark, the one who wrote the book of Mark, right? So this is a significant figure because he represents, or his arc, right, represents the attitude of the entire church at that time. They just had a giving spirit. They just had a helping spirit about them. They wanted to help each other, right? Those who were wealthy helped those who were poorer. Those who were poorer still gave them what they had and tried to make sure that everybody was taken care of, right? So the early believers were known. They were known by the way they lived, right, together. They shared everything, right? And that means all of their belongings. So there's no way that you could be among them and you have like a lack or you have a problem, right? So if you don't have slippers or shoes, they're like, hey, Jimmy, like you don't have no slippers? Let's see if we can get some slippers for you. Or if you don't have no socks, if you don't have no place to stay, they're always trying to find ways in which you can be able to, find something and you wouldn't have no lack. That you would like anything you would need, all of your needs were supplied because everybody's working together to make sure that happens. So wealthy believer, that was the spirit of the early church. Wealthy believers sold their possessions, and gave, wealthy believers sold their possessions and gave the money to the church. Many people joined the group because of the love they showed to one another. So because they were so kind and because they were so loving and because they were so accommodating, a lot of people started to be like, whoa, shoot, wait, wow, these some good people. These people who really love, they love God, they love each other. I need to be a part of that community. And so persons joined the church because of the love that was shown, by these Christians. So the question is, I have a question for y'all. Do Christians today demonstrate this type of a love, or it's
No,
not
sir. No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir, not at all.
No, sir, not at all. What y'all mean? Explain.
Because the Christians these days is be the main people talking about people.
Oh, okay. So they talk
That's
behind
it.
your
I
back.
feel like even though Christians might seem like they're loving, they still have like beef behind each other and stuff for like causing problems within the church.
They are.
They still have hate in their
They're
heart.
the most wickedest people in the world.
I feel as if they made that recently they've been trying to force religion onto other people, Mr. Petit.
Okay. Okay. So you don't believe that Christians are kind and helpful like how these people are?
No, sir.
Sometimes
Well,
they are.
not anymore.
Not anymore. Not like how the early church was.
Not like the other church.
Okay.
I feel like they aren't as welcoming as they would have been or described to be back then.
Yeah, like women with dyed hair or men with ear piercings.
Say it again?
Yeah, or like tattoos and all that.
Okay. So let me ask the question. So the early church, the wealthy believers sold all their possessions and gave the money to the church. And they had like a common fund where everybody, who needed help could find help. Is that happening today, or people are not being,
No, sir.
as
I mean, it kind of is because that's what offering is in church. At least so I heard that they take the offering and they keep it for people who need to come in. Like, say you need a loan, but you don't have the qualifications to go to the bank. I heard that you could go to the church and ask them for a loan to pay off debts or school fee or whatever. So they may not do it directly, but they still do in a way.
Okay, so it's done. Some churches does it, but other churches don't. That you're trying to say.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, interesting. Interesting dialogue. So, characteristics of the church. Characteristics of the early church. Of the early church. Number one, it was a church. It was a church that the church of fellowship. When we say fellowship, what does that mean? I want to know what fellowship means.
Partnering up with other people.
Partnering up. Fellowship is basically when you get together, right? Get together, eat together, be in one another company. So it had that social bonding feature of it. So it was a church of fellowship. So they would practice togetherness. It was a praying church. Right? It was a praying church. It was a praying church. It was a learning church. So they were reading their Bibles. They were, trying to seek out more information. It was not, it was a learning church. It was a reverent church. It was a reverent church. It was a church. It was a church where amazing things happened. When we say amazing things, there were miracles and stuff happening, and they saw the power of God moving in that church. And it was a sharing church. So tell me, how can we get to a place where we are back like the early church, praying church, a church of fellowship, a learning church, and a sharing church? What things we could do to get back to that place? Because y'all saying y'all don't see it that much. What is needed? Anyone?
More loyalty to the people.
More loyalty to the people. Okay, more loyalty, more concern for the people. I guess we can say more love. Anyone else? How can the church be better or get back to the place where it was like life among the believers in the early church time? Anyone? No one? Okay, only Nakari. Okay, good. That's it. We have no more notes for RK. So this study is describing what happened in the early church. And even though it may not be done broadly in your local church, there's always go ahead.
It's supposed to say it was a learning church.
Yeah, but it was a learning church. Thank you, editor. It was a learning church. Thank you. And even with these characteristics, even though they may not be practiced locally where you are, everyone wherever they are, whoever they are, can be a light, can share and help someone out, even though broadly it may not be done. So that brings us to the end of this lesson. Once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp, and that will be a wrap for this week. Again, once you finish with your notes, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Do not leave until you're finished.
I'm done.
Good. Once you finish, you can go, but don't leave until you send it.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Have a wonderful evening.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
I'm done, Mr. Petit, but I am
Good night,
still
Mr.
not home.
Petit.
So
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Mr. Petit,
Mm-hmm.
I would send in the notes, but I'm still not home yet, so I cannot access my phone.
Okay, good night.
Good night. I'll send it to you when I have time.
Yeah, send it to you once you get home.
Yes, sir.
Good night, sir.
All right, good night. Have a good night.
Good night, Mr. Majid.